Hello there, welcoming you all in the Physics Arena by Nitish sir. Children, today we are going to discuss about the chapter 3, that is force and pressure. So children, what do you mean by force and what do you mean by the term pressure? So one by one we will discuss about these terms, that is the force and pressure. Children, as we are knowing that in our daily life, whenever we are just going to move any object, then we are applying any push or pull, so that there is change in the position takes place in the object. So how this object gets displaced? Only due to the push or pull. So we can define that the force is nothing but that is a push or pull which may cause change in the shape or size or the position of an object is said to be the force. Okay children, so now I am going to give you the definition that force is defined as how we can define force. Force is defined as any push or pull is said to be force which may cause change in shape and size or position of the object. So children, what I have said here as the definition of the force, I have written that any push or pull is said to be force if we are applying any pushing force or pulling. If we are applying any push or pull onto a body and there is any change in the shape or size of the object takes place or the change in the position takes place, then we can say that this is nothing but that is a force. So children, we can also say that a force is a cause which tends to result in the movement or the change in the shape or size of the body. It is said to be the force. Children, whenever we are applying, for example, whenever we are applying any push or pull to an stationary object, that object start to move. So this is why because due to the application of any push or pull. So with the help of some examples, I am going to give you the glance about the force. A grass roller initially was at rest. When we pulled, began to move. Okay children, first example is that what is the first example, how we can describe it? A grass roller, simply you can see that when a grass roller is not going to be pulled by anyone, so it will be in a state of rest. So a grass roller initially at rest when the grass roller is getting pulled by a person, begins to move. Okay children, begins to move. So this is why, due to the application of force. In the other word, a fielder when catches a ball stops moving ball. Okay, and then the other definitions are like that. What? A push on swinging girl speeds up swing. So a push, whenever we are applying a pushing force, a push on a swinging girl, swinging girl speeds up her swing. Okay children, so what are these? These are the examples of the force. It means that we can also say that any external agent, any external agent in the form of push or pull, which may cause the change in position or the change in the shape and size, is said to be the force. What we can say that, in other words, in a simple words, we can say that any external agent in the form of push or pull may cause change in position or may cause change in position or what? That is the change in position or what, children? Shape and size of the object is called what? That is said to be the force. Okay, children. So force may be of, here we can say that it may be pulling or pushing. Okay. Now a lots of examples has been given inside of your book, children, that a force does not have, some of the basic point is given that a force does not change the mass of the body when it is applied. It means that the mass of the body will be remain unchanged. And also it is given we cannot see a force, only we can feel it or we can see the effect of the force. So what are those points? I am going to elaborate here. Some basic points are given inside of this book, so I am going to analyze those points. So here again I am going to write that note. And what are those points? The first point is that a force does not change the mass of the body. A force does not change the mass of the body. It means that what, children? On which it is applied, we can say that whenever a force is applied to the body, there is no change in the mass of the body takes place. It is applied. It means that what does it mean? It means that is mass of the body remain unchanged. There will be no change in the mass of the body will takes place during the application of the force. Now children, the next point which is given inside of your book is that we cannot see the force. Yes, we are not able to see the force, but only we cannot see the force. Only what is written here, that we cannot see the force. However, we can see only the effect of force. What do you mean by the effect of force, children? That is, if we are applying a force to the object and there is a displacement takes place, then we can say that there is a what? There is a existence of the force. Okay, children. Now the third point is that a force is expressed by stating both its magnitude and direction. It means that it is having, the force is what? That is a vector quantity. What we can say that a force is expressed by stating both the factors, both its magnitude and direction. Magnitude and direction. Okay, children. So whenever we are going to discuss about the force, there is a requirement of the magnitude as well as the direction of the applied push or pull. And if And also we can say that children, a force is also represented by a arrow. Now we are going to discuss about the unit of force. Children, what is the unit of force, or what will be the unit of force? Now we are going to discuss about the unit of force. So children, as we are knowing that unit, first we have to what? Unit of force, here I am writing that first we will find out the unit of force in the SI unit. So the SI unit of the force is Newton. So what we can write here, the SI unit of force is in Newton. Okay children, SI unit of the force is in Newton, and the its symbol is capital letter of the alphabet, that is N. Okay children, why this is? Because Sir Isaac Newton has carried out these all the terms. So in the honor of that scientist, we have given its symbol as N for the Newton. Children, now what do you mean by the, and how we can say that, what do you mean by the 1 kilogram force? Children, as we are knowing that, let us suppose that as we are knowing that the force of gravity of a body is different at the different places on the earth. If we are taking, or if we are holding a body inside onto the earth, then at the different places there will be the different force of gravity. What I have said here, at different places of earth, force of gravity is also different. Why children? Because due to the change in the height. Okay, so at a place, the force of gravity on a body of mass 1 kg is said to be the 1 kilogram force will be equals to the 10 Newton. So children, 1 kilogram force will be equals to 10 Newton. Okay children, so 1 kilogram force will be equals to the 10 Newton. In other words, we can say that 1 Newton is the force that we have to exert to hold a mass of 100 gram onto our palm. What we can say that, in other words, we can say that in other words we can say that 1 Newton is the force that we have to exert what? To hold a mass of 100 gram on our palm. Children, it means that if we are willing to hold a body of mass 100 gram, we should apply 1 Newton of the force. Okay children, in the upward direction, so that it will be hold on to our palm. Now children, we are going to discuss about the turning effect of the force. How a force can turn an object. So now we are going to discuss about the turning effect of the force. So what do you mean by the turning effect, which is also known as torque? So children, here I have drawn already the two diagrams. From the first diagram, you can observe that when a force in the form of push is applied to the object, this ball gets moved in the forward direction. This is the direction of motion. It means that the ball starts to move in the straight line, along the straight line. Okay children, whereas This was the first condition in which we have taken a spherical ball onto which a push force is applied and the body starts to move in a straight line. Okay children, whereas here the second diagram which is drawn by me here, you can see that this is a point, this is a circular ball or a circular object, and this is the point origin. Okay children, and the distance from this point to each and every bear will be same, that is known as the radius. Children, if we are applying a force and the object moves along a circular path about a fixed point, then it is said to be the turning effect of the force. What does it mean? That is the turning effect of the force. If a force is applied to a body and the body gets moved in a circular path about a fixed point to which it is pivoted or about an axis of rotation, then it is said to be the turning effect. So children, what I have said here, that you can see two things. Once body is moving in a straight line direction, whereas the other condition the body is moving in a circular path. So a force has a turning effect on the body. Okay children, how we can say that? A force, in order to describe the turning effect of the force, turning effect of a force can be defined as turning effect of the force can be defined as, how it can be defined as, if a force is applied to a body so that it starts to move on a circular path about a fixed point or axis of rotation is said to be turning effect of the force. Turning effect of force. So children, we have seen through this definition that whenever we are applying a force, and if the force, and due to the application of the force there is a turning occurs into the object, it means that the object starts to move in a circular path, then it is said to be the what? That is known as a turning effect of the force. So children, what may be the different factors onto which the turning effect of the body may depend? So there are, and turning effect can be also given by the expression that, as I have said, that it is also known as torque. So we can write that the turning effect is equals to force applied to the perpendicular distance from the point to which it is pivoted. Okay children, so pivoted. So children, we can give rise that how we can give rise its mathematical expression, like turning effect is given by tau, and which is equals to the force to the what, displacement or the distance from the point through which it is pivoted. So here we are going to discuss about the factors. Now the next topic is the factors affecting the turning effect, the turning effect. How the turning effect of a force can be affected by the various factors. Children, as we are knowing that from this expression we can see that the torque or the turning effect is nothing but that is the product of force and the what, that is the perpendicular distance from the point of the pivoted. So children, there are the two factors onto which the turning effect of a force may depend. The first one is that is the magnitude of the force applied. The magnitude of force applied. The magnitude of force applied. If we are applying the large amount of the force to a body, it will give rise the large amount of the turning effect. Okay children, so we can also say that in the context of the magnitude of the force applied, what we can say that larger the magnitude, larger the magnitude of force applied, larger the magnitude of force applied, more is in the more is the turning effect. Okay children, so it means that if we are applying a huge amount of force, it means that it will give rise the huge amount of the turning effect into the body. And the next one is the perpendicular distance of the force. The perpendicular means from the axis of rotation. The perpendicular distance of the force from the pivoted point. Children, pivoted point, it means that if the distance will be larger, from here you can see that if the distance will be larger, then the turning effect will be also larger. So we can say that, what we can say that, we can say that larger in the perpendicular distance, this is PER, perpendicular distance gives rise more turning effect. If the perpendicular distance will be larger, then we can get more of the turning effect. That's why children, if ever you have realized that a screwdriver, for example screwdriver, children, as we are knowing that the screwdriver is having a large hand. Why it is having a large? Why the handle is given at the top at a very large distance? Because if the distance will be larger, then it will give rise the more turning effect. In this way we can easily open or close or tight the screw. So that's why the larger distance is given. Also in our daily life you can see that the handles are, this was the first example, that the handles are given at a very large distance for a screwdriver. And also we can say that, so lots of example I am going to give you that. Then the second one is the handles are fitted, handle is fitted at a large distance, handle is fitted at a large distance in the door in the door to achieve or to get maximum turning effect. If we are willing to turn the door, if we are willing to turn a door with the help of less force of application, then the distance of the handle should be at a larger distance. So children, you can also observe that a potter wheel has a wheel pivoted at the center. Thus the potter can turn the wheel by the means of a stick. If the stick will be larger, then it can move easily. Also children, we can realize that when we are going to use a spanner, in case of using a spanner, in the third example, spanner, children, we can also see that in case of spanner, when we are going to use the spanner to tighten or loosen a nut, it has a long handle, and the long handle produce the, in case of spanner, the long handle of spanner provides large turning effect. Okay children, large turning effect it means. Now children, we are going to discuss about the next topic, that is a moment of force. Children, already we have learned the topic, that is the turning effect. What do you mean by turning effect? It means that the effect of turning may arise due to the application of force. Similarly, in the similar fashion, we can say that moment of force means that the moment of force, if a body gets turned by the application of force due to the at a point through which it is pivoted. So how we can say that? What do you mean by the moment of force, children? Moment of force can be defined as in order to describe the moment of force, we can say that it is equals to the product of magnitude of the force applied, means whatever be the force we are going to be applied onto the object, so we are requiring its magnitude, force applied, and the perpendicular distance of the force from the pivoted point. Okay children, pivoted point. So children, in order to describe the moment of force, we can say that moment of force is nothing but that is a product of the magnitude of the force applied to the perpendicular distance of the force from the point through which it is pivoted. Children, let us suppose that if we are having an object, let us suppose that this is an object, and this is a center point, okay, and through which this is the center point of this object, and if this is the point through which it is pivoted, let us suppose that this is a point P is the center of this object, and point O is the point through which it is pivoted. Here I am writing pivoted, okay, this is pivoted at point O. Children, if we are applying a force onto the object, then the object will start to move about this fixed point on this. The object will start to move. If let us suppose that if we draw the perpendicular like this. So what is that? As we have said that the perpendicular distance of the force from the point of the pivotation. So if we are applying a force here, if we are applying a force here, but that is a perpendicular to the distance, so the body will start to move in a circular path. So children, we can say that the moment of force about point O, moment of force can be given as, that is the moment of force about. Children, let us suppose that if we are having an object and point O is the point through which it is fixed, whereas O is the center point of this object. Children, if we are applying a force, this is the force of application at point O. If we are applying a force along the point O and the body start to move in the circular path, then in order to calculate the moment of force about that point O through which it is pivoted, first we will have, that is the magnitude of the force, and which will be multiplied with the perpendicular distance of the force from the point O through which it is pivoted. Children, again in order to calculate the moment what will have, so moment, the formulation for the moment, we can say that moment of force can be written as, that is the product of force to the perpendicular distance. And children, here you can see that force is given by F and perpendicular distance is nothing but that is O to P. So in this way we can easily calculate the moment of the force acting onto the body. Now children, we have got the moment ideology about the moment of force. Now we are going to discuss about the units of the moment of force and how we can give rise the units of the moment of force. So in order to discuss about the units of moment of force, children, we will do that as we are knowing that moment of force by the definition, that moment of force. Now we are going to calculate the unit of the moment of force. Children, this is the product of force to the distance, so the unit of force will be in Newton, and the distance will be in meter. So Newton meter will be the what is the SI unit of the moment of force. So this is the SI unit of the Newton meter is the SI unit of the moment of force. Now children, if someone is willing to calculate it in the CGS system, so in CGS system or in the CGS, unit will be, Newton will be given as the force is in CGS system is in dyne, and distance will be calculated in what? In centimeter. So dyne centimeter will be the unit of the moment of force in the CGS system. Children, now we are going to establish a relationship between the SI unit and CGS unit of the moment of force. So what we are going to do? We are going to calculate the relationship between SI unit and CGS unit of moment of force. So children, as we are knowing that the SI unit of the moment of force is given by Newton meter. So 1 Newton meter is the torque given in general. So that is a what? That is a turning effect. And children, 1 Newton meter. So 1 Newton is in CGS system. It will be 10 to the power 5 dyne. 1 Newton is force, and the unit of the force in the CGS system is dyne. So it will be equals to 10 to the power 5 dyne into 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeter. So it is 10 to the power 2 centimeter. In general we can write that is 10 to the power 7 dyne centimeter will be the relationship as 1 Newton meter from SI system to the CJ system. Children, as we are also knowing that the kilogram force is also the unit of the what? Kilogram force is also the unit of the force, kilogram force. Okay, so children, kilogram force and meter is the distance, so it can be also written as that is the as we are knowing that 1 kilogram force will be equals to 9.8 Newton, that is approximately we are using the 10 newtons, and 1 gram force, this is the SI kilogram, and 1 gram force in centimeter will be equals to 980 dyne centimeter. So children, these are the various units of the moment of force applied to an object. Okay children, now we will discuss later in the next video about the pressure. Hopefully you have got all the points. If you are having any doubt, you can text to me. Have a nice day.